Okay, sir, what is your name?
My name is Wilson.
Okay, and Wilson, where were you born and when were you born?
Well, I was born here in Medellin, and I was born in 1995, the same
Okay,
year of the metro, of Medellin Metro.
okay. So, so what was your childhood like? How did you grow up?
Well, first, I would have to say that my father was murdered,
Oh
and
wow.
then we had to face like a way to grow up with my mom and me alone, and only the mom that raised me and the mom that gave me birth were with me together. We also had the sister of my grandma, so she was like another mother to me.
Okay.
And they used to come here, one come in the morning to do buyings, to buy food for us, groceries and all that kind of things. And her sister arrived here in the afternoon just to do gambling in all of these casinos and all of these things. And she was very, very funny. She was always very positive, very funny. So basically, I began to study at my 6 years old. I studied at UPB High School. It's located at Laureles. I had a chance to learn a lot from those priests from there because it's a Catholic church. And I had a chance to keep going with a lot of things, opportunities, and to do my best at each time. And I was very happy to belong to that community. Then we had a chance to go abroad. I had a chance to be in Vegas, and I would like to say that at my 15 years old, my mom that gave me birth went abroad. She traveled Vegas. After she flight to Vegas, and I was alone here, and I had to give her all the things that we have collected here for her to be good there. Because we didn't know how was the relationship with her husband, right? So we didn't know how was his husband. We had to be uh, patient, and I had to put all the collected money and resources for her. So basically, I stayed here trying to study to be a physician with the support of my mom that raised me. That she both were in charge of helping me out with all of the things that I needed. And at my 16 years old, another aunt of mine died. The sister of my grandma, the lady that I was telling you that is like a mom to me, she died. After she died, it was very complicated to me. And I didn't have more resources and more chances than just keep going without her. And it was hard to take care of her in the hospital with cancer, right? So, rest in peace, amen. Rest in peace for her. And I really appreciate sharing with her. And she always was around here doing gambling, around the same place. I really appreciate all the things that she teach me, and she's always in my heart. Well, then I had a chance to do my job after I was 24 years old, and like like a call center agent. That's the right name to say, call center agent. As a call center agent, I had a chance to do a lot of things. I work with Optimum, that is about TV, internet, and phone services. I had a chance to do my job with Venture, that is about insurances for businesses. I also had a chance to do my job with Optimum Venture Banismo, that is a bank company from Colombia that is located in Panama. And before of that, or beginning a job here, I had a chance to do my first job in Vegas. Because I had a chance to travel to Vegas before I begin to do my job here. So that was like a gift that God gave me after I had my mom. So I had a chance to go Vegas, and after I was in Vegas, I had a chance to work in the fashion show mall, selling Wonder Years with an Argentinian that was the boss in charge. So basically, what we do was offering Wonder Years, like saying the people like, with 1 year, you move all the other years, and all the other gear when they are moved are able to make all the structure be in movement. And it was basically about a simulation of Legos, but with more possibilities to create things. So it was really great. And basically that was my job there. I stayed there for 6 months. After that, I had to came back here. I'm really glad that I met there a lot of homies, a lot of friends, and they always offered me the friendship to me and to my mom. And we were really happy of being there chatting with them. Also with my grandpas. I call them grandfathers because even so, if they are not blood of my blood or are not relatives, like that we say that yeah, that we're family, we live like a family, and they act with us like grandfathers. They told me something like they had a big company, a wheat company. It was called Phoenix Organics. And my grandpa Bill Myers told me like, "Hey Wilson, remember always that I am not millionaire, that I am nice. First of all, I want you to remember that kind of thing, that I am nice first, not millionaire." And that was basically what he told me, and I was really happy about it. Then we had a chance to enjoy several things there. After I came back here, Colombia, I began to do my job, as I was telling you before, like in Optimum Venture Urbanismo. And I also had a chance to be involved with WorldCoin, that is a crypto chain. It is an app that when you download it, it's able to give you money, to give you WorldCoin for free. So basically, I gained a chance with that, and I approached that chance and gained money. I was very happy about it. And what else could I tell you? Like in my life, I have to be resilient. I had to be struggling to go away of the power of the hood in my life, because the hood was always behind my mother and behind me. So when the hood tried to take us together, my mom had to travel US, travel Vegas, and I stayed here alone. And I'm happy that I could give her all what I had. So basically, like we were together, and we're still together, and we're always with God, and that's our faith. Like that, we always have like uh, a protector, like a protective strong that is with us, and that is encouraging us to be happy, to feel good, to share good things, to feel our heart trust and confident, right? So we're happy about it. And right now we're focused on making money, just like offering friendship to different guys that will be interested to come here to Colombia and share friendship too. So basically that's what we're doing right now. And I really appreciate sharing this moment with you. And yeah, that's basically what my life's been till this moment that I'm 30 years old now.
That's great, man. So you speak really good English, and from what I've seen, a lot of Colombians that spend most of their life in Colombia don't speak English. So, how did you learn English?
Well, I had a chance to learn English first because my grandma was really raised us. She raised us with discipline. She was a very disciplined person. And for me, she is like the first military noble women. It's the same picture in internet, you can see her. And it's like the way that she say a sentence, like the real leadership is to make the other do what he really wants to do. That is the real leadership. Make the other do what he really wants to do. So basically, she was real disciplined. So she encouraged me to learn English, to learn languages. And she told me like, it's gonna be important for the life of a man to know different kind of things, right? So you're basically going to an English school, like in Colombo Americano. So I had a chance to be in Colombo Americano, learning there, approaching to different cultures because it is about multiculturality. And it has a lot of factors that made me feel happy there. and I really enjoy being there. And then after that, I had a chance to go Vegas, and after that, I had a chance to be working for 6 years with call center companies. So I had a chance to improve my English a lot.
That's great, man. So
Today, I know that I'm able to do a better job with my English, and I would like to do it to keep improving my English to help more people learn. But till this point, I'm happy to uh, be able to speak in this way and to have reached this English level. That unless it's allowing me to offer the friendship to the people that is close. But I would like to improve my English skills talking to the other, talking to the other. That would be great.
yeah, that's great, man. So did you start pretty young? I know you said you went to school, a school that taught you English. How old were you? How old were you when you started learning English?
Well, basically, I started English for during all my whole life, from my 6 years to my 30 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, it was uh, a joining of several institutions that gave me the chance to learn with them. Different teachers, basically in the Colombo Americano, I began to learn from my 6 years old. Then, when I was 30 years old, right now I can say that I'm in a good English level to speak to the other. Even so, I would like to learn more. But it's like from 6 years to 30, it's been like 24 years old, trying to learn English.
That's great. So you said your mother went to Las Vegas when you were 15 years old?
Yeah, when I was 15 years old, my mom traveled Vegas. So basically, I had to deal with all the responsibilities of my life alone. And it was very pleasant when I got a job. It was a real pleasure when I got a job, and I was elated with it. Was really happy.
That's good. So you were able to visit your mom in Las Vegas. How you've been there more than one time?
Yeah, I was there for 6 months. I had a chance to be chatting with her for 6 months.
Okay. So how old were you when you went to Las Vegas?
How was the experience?
No, I'm saying how what age were you when you went to Las Vegas?
Oh, I was 22 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 22 years old. Basically, I stayed there for 6 months. I came back here trying to get a job. I struggled for a little. Had to escape from streets because I was real poor. When I came back from there, I didn't have a job. I didn't have enough saved money. I didn't have savings. So my grandfather asked me like, "What's your game plan, Wilson?" And I told him like, "I don't know." When I arrived here, after being in Vegas from my 22 years old, at my 22 years old, I was there. After I came back here, I had to do a lot of efforts to can gain money. One of those efforts was about drug dealing and trying to escape from the streets. They always offered me the friendship, and I was not drug dealing directly, but I was doing like services, like whatever you need. Would you like me to buy you food? If they need food, I was just go and buy the food for the dealer. And that was so fucking funny because they were very funny and they were very kind with me. That is another kind of war, and they were fine with me, and I appreciate it. However, I always have the eye like to do teachings. That was what my father did in maths. He was an engineer systems teacher. When he got murdered, I talked to God, and one day he told me like, what you should do is like be encouraged to do the same that your father did good, like the teachings. So try to do teachings, and that's what I'm basically doing. Doing teachings even when I was helping the drug dealers to get food. I had a chance to do English classes to the same people when I buy the food. They tell me like, is it serious that you are an English teacher? And I told them like, yeah, I am an English teacher.
That's great, man. So you have an interesting story because you have a lot of different skills. Like you've done a lot of different jobs, and you've done them on a professional level. So I know people watching, when they see this video, they're going to say, wow, he's a very smart guy. He speaks English and Spanish. Uh, where did his life take a turn? So you currently live in the streets.
Yeah, right now I'm living in streets.
So where did things change? Because one day you're doing really good, working, professional job, and then you end up in the street. So
Well, it was basically during this year, right? 2024. Till the half of the year, I worked. I had my job. I had money to pay my rent. As I am alone and taking care of my grandma that raised me, that she is old because she's my grandma too. So I had to take care of her, and it was hard to take care of her and keep doing my job. So God told me, like, it's better you to go with your grandma and take care of her than keep doing a job. First is the familiar aspects, than the job aspects, right? Like you gotta have priorities. First is the family. So if she's old and she's not receiving the money that I am giving to her, because the other people is like taking advantage of her, like not really letting her like enjoy all the efforts of her life. And right now she's like, as she's old, we're going to handle her money. So right now, God told me that if you keep doing a job, she's not going to enjoy your efforts, and you are not enjoying your efforts together. And the situation is gonna get worse, right? Because the other part of the family is not so kind with us, with she and me. So basically, I had to take care of her on my own. So first is the familiar aspects, then the job aspects, and you don't choose the family that you have with you. You just have to deal with it and be glad with God. But there are several aspects that in our family right now, that are making us like wonder if did it worth of the effort? Did it worth of the efforts? But I know and I have faith that God gives the reward to his effort and sacrifice. So basically, we are struggling against so all of the things like the slum, the poorness, and starving, and right now we're dealing against that, right? And basically, from the 2024 in ahead, I lost my job that I was doing continuously for 6 years. So I lost my job. I didn't have that chance to keep doing a job, and that was basically that changed my life, because it's not easy to be without a wage, because you're used to have a long wage. And so I didn't have the chance to keep doing it. It was like $500, which is a big amount of money here. It's a good amount of money here for you to enjoy with your mom. However, it's a little bit more than the normal Colombian wage. So I really enjoyed having that chance of getting my money and sharing with her. But it's hard to be homeless right now. Even more because you have to take care of your grandma, and you just can do it on the emotional part. You just can do it on your emotional part, right? So, like, basically telling her, like, you're going to be good, you'll be fine, and that's all. Like, taking care of her, right? Making sure she's healthy, making sure he's fine, making sure he's happy, and that's what we're basically doing.
great.
Yeah. But my expectative for this year is to keep doing a job. Even so, it was hard to do my job. It came with a reward right now, and I'm allowed to withdraw an amount of money from another part. That it requires a lot of things, a lot of permissions. So right now, I didn't have taken that time to do it, and I don't want to do it because I know I'm going to spend it on this situation that I am without my job. with a lot of time free. The most probably things that I'm going to spend it with women and with drugs. So I'd rather to wait till when the situation goes goes normal again. And after the situation goes normal again, I'm going to keep doing a job with my grandma, with my familiar mother. So that basically the expectative for this job, that God help me with my familiar mother and that I am allowed to keep going to doing my job and to don't have that need to do that withdrawal, to withdraw that amount of money that the Colombian state is giving to the workers that have done a job.
That's great. So I like that you have a very positive attitude. You seem to have a lot of hope because a lot of people you see around here don't really have hope. So it's good that you have a lot of hope. So being in the streets, have you had experience with drugs?
Yeah, sometimes we've been experiencing drugs. I remember when I was walking to here and I just take an empty bag. I call it like small bags with big amounts of friendship. Sometimes when you're sad, somebody gives you like a little bit of cocaine to sniff with them, so you become happy. Sometimes they offer you like something that is called like tusi, and yeah, it helps you too. But basically, it's about the friendship. It's not too much about drugs. And I would like to add that I was in contact with drugs from my high school, but I was never involved into that field, like to go down and fell down because of drugs. I will maintain composure, and I know how to deal to do my responsibilities, take care of my moms, and keep dealing with that, enjoying my life. I was sure of something. If I'm doing that, it's because I enjoy it, but it's not because it's a priority. So basically, I handle my life like that. And yeah, like today, I am not allowed to do it as I want to do it or as I used to do it before with my grandma. Because we like to listen classic music, rap music, and just take some rum or some beverage, alcohol beverage. So we enjoyed our free time together like that. But right now I don't have money to do it. So basically right now I've been more away from drugs than before.
Okay. So that's great that you're working on yourself.
Yeah. It's hard to be without a wage. So you cannot spend all your money on drugs because you gotta eat. And you gotta make sure that you're eating, that you're happy, that you're also like buying juices, buying things that are good for you. It would be nice to get a dog. So basically it's like different kind of things that make you be encouraged to keep struggling with life, to keep dealing with life. So basically that's what we're doing.
That's good. So living here in the streets in Medellin, for people who don't know, uh, when you're battling drug addiction, do they have programs or resources here to help people fight the addiction?
Yeah, they have a lot of programs, they have a lot of situations or entities, not situation, but entities, a lot of programs, entities that offer programs for you to go away from drugs. However, it's more about being a responsible person with yourself, right? A lot of dudes are not able even to be focused on eat something because they just want to do drugs, right? And it's hard. It's harder because if they don't have the chance to eat, they are not having the chance to keep doing their life in a normal way because you're going to be unnoticed. So if you don't notice it, how will you be healthy? So it's like basically about it, and you gotta be a responsible person. But they do have programs. They have entities that offer programs to the dudes to try to go away from the drug addictions. However, some of those programs are like kind of that they lost the human part with the other, so they just want you to try you like an object. Like you gotta do this, like but they don't think on the human part, on the situation, on the personal situation of the person, and it ends up that the person is not encouraged to get away from drugs because they don't feel listened. So I think that the best choice to get away from drugs is like offering friendship, creating a good social circle where you're feeling good, getting resources to eat good, and just being happy. That's all, and having a space for everything. I don't letting yourself be taken just by a substance or something.
Well, man, you have a very interesting story. Appreciate your time sitting down with us. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
I appreciate sharing with you all of these things that you hear me. I would like to offer you my friendship that you can come here and we can go together outside. I really like to meet people from another cultures. That's what I did from my 6 years old in Colombo, and that my grandma encouraged to go. So basically, multiculturality, yeah. If it's multiculturality, yeah, let me in there. Yeah.
That's great, man. Well, Wilson, man, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you sitting down and telling your story, man. Look forward to talking to you again in the future. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it too. Thank you.